Alrighty, hello everybody. I wanted to post a video to help any hunters that need a good build for running Legend Onslaught in this new activity time called Into the Light. First, I'm going to run you through my subclass, my weapons, and my build on my armor pieces, and I will show you the complementary build that needs to go alongside this Orpheus Rig Tether Hunter, which is going to be Lucky Pants. So as for my subclass, you want to run single shot tether to get the most use out of your Orpheus rig as possible. I like to run dodge reload, but that can be interchangeable. You can run whatever jump you want. You're forced onto smoke bomb, we have no other option. And I like to run vortex grenade so that enemies get pulled into a tight area that I can kill as easily as possible. As for my aspects, I'm going to run vanishing step to be able to go invisible and survive any hard encounter I'm facing, and stylus executioner for a rather similar reason. As for my fragments, I'm going to run Echo of Starvation to get as much uptime in Devour as possible so I can stay alive in dense activities like Onslaught. I'm going to run Echo of Reprisal to make sure I always have my super rub when I need it. I'm going to run Echo of Undermining to make sure that my Vortex Grenade gets a great use out of it and can proc my Stylus Executioner due to its ability to proc invisibility on you when you have killed an enemy that was weakened. And I'm going to run Echo of Persistence so that my invisibility and Devour can be up as much as possible for me. As for my weapon rolls, I'm going to run a strong primary hand cannon that can pair well with the Lucky Pants when I should swap to it. A good roll to look for in Warden's Law. The week has just passed that you could have used it, sadly, but you'll have another chance at it hopefully before the end of the season, or any prior rolls you have, there's other perks that you want to look for. Due to the fact that when you swap to Lucky Pants you get a lot of handling, you do not need to care about a range perk or any handling or stability, so best options to look for are any high magazine perk like Extended Mag or Tactical Mag. And then these two are the best perks that you could look for. You want 4 times the charm to get as much shots as possible out of that single magazine you're using on Lucky Pants, and Vorpal Weapon because it is a 20% static buff to any bosses you fight because you're using a primary weapon. As for your energy weapon, the new rocket sidearm from Warlord's Ruin, Indebted Kindness, is the weapon you should look for. The absolute best perks to get on this weapon would be Impulse Amplifier or Lead from Gold, but I haven't gotten so lucky yet, and Volt Shot. You want Volt Shot because of the fact that it is already an explosive weapon, so any shot and kill you get after a reload will chain the lightning very easily to enemies nearby the one you targeted. And the reason this is going to be so good is because every enemy you have shot is going to be tethered, so that Volt is going to spread all over and kill as many enemies as you want it to. And then everyone's favorite rocket launcher will be in your heavy slot, Gallowhorn, because we all know Legend Onslaught has a lot of dense enemies, and Gallowhorn is one of the best weapons at killing large groups. As for your armor mods, these are inspecific, but they help the build to the best of their ability, so you can do whatever you'd like, but I'm going to give my recommendations. So as for my helmet, I'm going to run an Arc Siphon and a Solar Siphon, both for the sidearm from Warlord's Ruin, and for Gallowhorn to make sure I have as many orbs on the field for me and my teammates, so I can proc Devour, and they can get their supers back as fast as possible. On my gauntlets, I run double firepower and fastball so that my grenades have a lot of use, and spawn a lot of orbs for me. On my chest piece, I run resist based on the enemies I'm fighting. These can be used for whatever you would like. It is totally up to you. My Orpheus rigs are going to run scavs for my sidearm and my Gallowhorn so that I can have as much ammo as possible outside of the ammo crates that are already given from bonus objectives inside of Onslaught. And then I run a grenade cooldown so that I can get as many grenades as possible from any orbs I pick up. Now the cool thing about using orb mods when you're not using surges is you need a way to be able to proc them. So you're going to want to run Special Finisher or Utility Kickstart because both of these mods are going to hold onto orbs in the background unless you want to use them. So I prefer Special Finisher as a hunter because you're not specifically going to go for a finisher, yet you might want to dodge a lot if you're in any danger because you're running the Invisibility Vanishing Step. So I run Special Finisher because I typically don't need to make any, and I can hold on to my orbs until I feel the need for special ammo, or just so that I can pick up any orbs to get myself more grenades. And then the hidden gem of this build is going to be powerful attraction mods, so anytime I want to dodge, I could pick up all the orbs in the nearby area, get my grenade back, and get my super back due to the mod I'm running on my boots and the Echo of Starvation on my fragments. Now the complementary build that you're going to run on Orpheus Rig Hunter should be Lucky Pants. Now the big thing about this build and using loadouts that run similar mods that everyone should remember, and this is just a tip going forward, is every single ability aspect fragment and super slot must be in the same order as it was initially, or else the loadouts will not pair and you will lose every one of your abilities when you swap to them. So you need to run the same deadfall, the same abilities, same aspects, and you need to have your fragments in the same order as the loadout listed prior. So make sure it goes the same order as before. New things to list are going to be my boots, my gauntlets, my helmet, and my cloak. So we're going to start from top to bottom again. As for my helmet now, because I am typically going to be just using the hand cannon on the Lucky Pants build, I run a kinetic siphon to make myself more orbs, and I run ammo fighters due to the fact that the primary weapon has a chance to drop me heavy or special based on the amount of kills I get in that short succession. As for my gauntlets, this is totally up to you what you want to use, but I still like to use firepower, and I use a kinetic loader so that any time I'm done shooting my Lucky Pants, I can reload it quickly, stow it for 10 seconds to get ready to use it again as soon as possible. Like I said, your chest piece is just used based on the activity you're fighting, and my Lucky Pants are pretty similar to my Orpheus rig. I'm running 2 scavs to make up for any ammo that drops from the Lucky Pants, and I run a kinetic surge to really amp up my hand cannon as best as possible. As for my cloak, now I'm running time dilation to make sure that surge lasts as long as possible, and I run special finisher in case I don't have any enemies around, but I need to make myself some ammo for my indebted kindness. One thing you could always end up using if your teammate wants to cover Gallowhorn and you want to use it in boss fights is you could run Malfeasance here. I don't have it on my character, but remember it's a very good option, especially with that Catalyst drop because it also has Vorpal Weapon. And good recommendations for the boss also is if you have a Warlock in your fire team, you can tether the boss and any wave 10 and easily dump a bunch of Xenophage with your fire team into the boss to kill them very quickly. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, comment any builds or tips you need from this video down below, and I will be sure to respond to them. Thank you.